You're watching the News Hour at 9.
On the News Hour tonight, we want to highlight the growing unrest within Bollywood triggered by the untimely death of emerging superstar Sushant Singh Rajput. While he was being laid to rest on a gloomy, dark day in Mumbai, a disquiet was brewing in Mumbai's Tinsel town. A section of the film fraternity who made their mark on their own, who don't quite belong to any clique or weren't chamchas of any big production houses, spoke up on behalf of Sushant, especially on how they feel as outsiders and how there is a constant borderline harassment from the privileged stars and their families and producers. Top Bollywood actors who made it on their own, accusing big production houses and top producers of shedding fake tears, even going on to claim that Sushant was driven to his death. Personalities who like to call themselves outsiders telling the so-called privileged club of Bollywood to think hard when the same tributes were coming in, saying that they could see it coming. And if they could see it coming, why didn't they do anything about it? What is it about outsiders that kept them standing as mute spectators and watching from the sidelines? While some suggesting that Sushant was dumped by Bollywood biggies as his career was dipping and slammed A-listers for shedding crocodile tears. Listen in to what Bollywood biggies had to say in support of Sushant Singh Rajput.
सुशांत सिंह राजपूत की मौत ने हम सबको झंझोड़ के रख दिया है, मगर कुछ लोग जो इस चीज़ में माहिर हैं कि कैसे एक पैरेलल नैरेटिव चलाना है, वो इस तरह से चला रहे हैं कि हाँ, जिनका दिमाग कमज़ोर होता है वो ये डिप्रेशन में आते हैं और सुसाइड वगैरह कमिट करते हैं. जो बंदे ने स्टैनफोर्ड की स्कॉलरशिप, वो रैंक होल्डर है इन हिज एंट्रेंस फॉर इंजीनियरिंग, उसका दिमाग कमज़ोर कैसे हो सकता है? अगर आप देखें उनके कुछ लास्ट पोस्ट, वो क्लियरली कह रहे हैं कि लोगों को बैक कर रहे हैं कि प्लीज़ मेरी फिल्में देखो, मेरा कोई गॉड फादर नहीं है, मुझे निकाल दिया जाएगा इस इंडस्ट्री से. अपने इंटरव्यू में वो जाहिर कर रहे हैं कि मुझे क्यों नहीं ये इंडस्ट्री अपनाती है, आई फील लाइक अ लेफ्ट ओवर. तो क्या इसमें इस हादसे की कोई बुनियाद नहीं है? किस तरह से अगर किसी और स्टार किड ने इस तरह से 6-7 के साल के स्पैन में काय पोचे जैसे उनको कोई डेब्यू की कोई एक्नॉलेजमेंट, कोई अवार्ड नहीं मिला, या केदारनाथ या धोनी या छिछोरे जैसी फिल्म, एक गली बॉय जैसी एक वाहियात फिल्म को सारे अवार्ड मिलते. छिछोरे इज द बेस्ट फिल्म एंड द बेस्ट डायरेक्टर, उनकी फिल्म को कोई एक्नॉलेजमेंट नहीं. हमें आपसे कुछ नहीं चाहिए, हमें आपकी फिल्में नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन जो हम खुद करते हैं आप हमारे एक्नॉलेजमेंट क्यों नहीं हमें देते हैं?
But some people are not as blessed or are not you. Maybe they're going through something. Let them do what they're doing, man. They're not harming you. They're not harming your family. They're not doing anything. Stop talking about people behind their back if you have nothing good to say. Why do that? This is cruel industry, man. You need to be strong. It's damn tough, yeah?
We have some breaking news coming in. Bollywood insiders are now spilling the beans on how Sushant Singh Rajput was allegedly betrayed by big production houses. Allegedly, he was forced not to sign any other big films as he was under a contract. However, exceptions were being made for other actors who also had contracts with their production houses, but maybe they had backing which Sushant Singh Rajput didn't quite have. Let me get in Simi Chandyok, who's my colleague. Simi, you think this theory has some basis to it when people say, we are trying to get across to Simi Chandyok, but you know, there are these reports that production houses can waive certain clauses if you have a backing, if you have a sugar daddy, if you are somebody who's, connected with Bollywood. Simi Chandyok, do you think this particular story has some truth behind it, that Sushant Singh Rajput had to let go of films because he wasn't being given permission by some production houses?
First of all, Navika, I have to appreciate the way you have been handling this story since yesterday. You haven't sensationalized it. You have completely treated it with a very human approach, while other channels have been sensationalizing it with his pictures after he has died. And I really want to appreciate the fact that you have kept that human angle, and that's a sign of great journalism. Now that we come to the point that yes, did some big production houses kind of spoil his career? Yes, because we have these big production houses, and then you have another production house which is famous for holding parties, and if you don't go to their parties, can you hear me, Navika?
Yes, we can. Go on.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Go on.
Navika, can you hear me?
Well, we've lost that connection, but what Simi is actually saying is that yes, production houses did do that to him. He lost out on two big films. One was Pani, which was to be directed by Shekhar Kapoor, and we've all seen Shekhar Kapoor's tweet in this connection. Also, another film that is reportedly something that he wanted to do, had an offer to do, was Sanjay Leela Bhansali's Goliyon Ki Ras Leela, Ram Leela. The story in Tinseltown is that he had to let go of that film also because he didn't quite have the permissions to do so, while other actors who have connections are routinely given a break from these kind of contracts. So that's the big angle and the legitimate question that we are asking on the News Hour tonight. Did B-Town clique push Sushant over the edge? That's the question and the debate. Who let down Sushant? Coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 2 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
And joining me tonight, Harry Sikka, author. He's written the award-winning script of Razi. Vivek Agnihotri, film director. Ranjha Vikram Singh, actor and producer. Sameer Soni, actor. Suhail Seth, actor, author, and let me also get in Sajid Khan, film director. And Sajid Khan, my question to you is simply this. If you're from a Bollywood family, if you are known in the A-list circles, if you have connections and friends and supporters in the A-list circles, life is much easier for you than for somebody like Sushant Singh Rajput, who comes from Patna, not exactly what Bollywood would call an A-list town in India. And then he comes from television and makes it to the big screen, and has to end his life on this traumatic note simply because his career seemed to have been dipping. You know, his last hit was Dhoni, which was in 2016. Does it really work that way, that the big ones in Bollywood actually look down and harass the young newcomers from outside?
First of all, I just like to say that me and my sister Farah, though we have been born and brought up in the film industry, we are not really within the film industry, because my father was a filmmaker in the 60s and he lost a lot of money in the 70s, and we had become paupers. And me and my sister, we did not even have money for my father's cremation when he passed away in 1984. So both of us have worked extremely hard. I used to dance on Juhu Beach and do mimicry. Then I auditioned out for ZTV, and she started out as a choreographer for stage shows and dancing. And we worked very hard to come where we are. So I don't think it's very fair to say that we belong to a Bollywood family, because over here, there are no permanent families, there are no permanent friendships, there are no permanent enemies. Everything all depends on, one, your hard work, it depends on your skill, and most importantly, it depends on your audience's acceptance. Whatever has happened with Sushant is extremely unfortunate, because he was a very, very, very nice and a very bright boy, and he had the sky open up to him for his future. I really don't know what he was thinking when he took that drastic, horrible step. I just like to use your channel and tell a lot of youngsters out there who are trying to make it in Bollywood, do not give up your dream, and it takes time. Sometimes it gets fulfilled, sometimes it does not get fulfilled, but suicide is not the way. That's what I would just like to say.
Vivek Agnihotri, do you think it's as simple as that, everybody comes here, works hard and gets success? There is no nepotism and nobody holds it against you, and life is even Stevens for everybody. You believe that?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. If somebody is trying to say that, and it's a blatant lie. You tell me something, I want to understand. See, the whole industry works like this. If you're an outsider and if you're a middle-class, small-town person like me, I was the first person to sign Sushant when he was on television for my film Hate Story. He was not even released by the TV company because he was doing a film. We were good friends, and he would always, after Pani disaster, he would talk to me. We spent so much time in Goa, but I don't want to get into that, my personal relationship. But the problem is, if you do not surrender to the big, powerful coteries and these small clubs and the bitching clubs and the weekend bitching clubs, if you don't surrender to them, then you are humiliated, you are ridiculed, you are made to feel so small, and everybody tries that you do not succeed. And you get isolated. Absolutely. Now, everybody is not Vivek Agnihotri who's going to fight. Some people are weak. They are creative people. They come here to do creative work. They have tender emotions. You don't expect them to fight, to spend all their energy into fighting the big people. And I know it for sure. And this is a big, big nepotism. Oh, my God, it's worse than... I mean, look at these big award functions in the name of roasting, in the name of pulling each other's legs. The biggest of the stars come and they make fun of these young stars in front of all the people. Maybe it is staged, but everybody is not tough. You have to understand this. No civilized industry does that. On the other hand, all these people make cinema and the critics say, oh my God, it's a wonderful cinema, leave your minds behind. Which kind of a civil society makes cinema where audiences have to leave their minds behind? Oh, come on. Now, another thing I want to bring to everybody's notice this year, I just give one small example and I'll finish. This year's Oscar award entry. Mrs. Aparna Sen was the chairman. It was taken to Bengal. All the leftist people were the jury members. They selected a film. Aparna Sen selected a film. Shabana Azmi is closest friend of Aparna Sen. She has assisted her. Zoya and Farhan are their sort of godchildren. She's like a godmother, and she selected their film. And when so many great films like Uri, my own film, Tashkent Files, Article 15, they were in the race. And so many jury members wanted these films to be selected, but then Gully Boys was selected. Now the thing is, nobody raises voices because earlier people were weak and they thought they won't get jobs. But now, and another thing, you showed some tweet of some people who were talking about the privileged club. These are the same people who get up at midnight and they start abusing the Prime Minister of the country, start using all kinds of cuss words, and they say we are activists, we are raising our voices against the establishment. And the industry they work in, they never raise their voice.
Their political views are their own. But let me also ask Ranja Vikram Singh. Ranja Vikram Singh, do you think it's important to be seen at parties, and do you think the award functions, the Oscar selections, as Vivek Agnihotri says, are all in a way, what he's implying is they're all fixed? Is it really so? Isn't Zoya Akhtar, I mean, he named Zoya Akhtar, so I'm taking the name. Zoya Akhtar is talented in her own right. Now, you can't say that somebody from outside versus somebody from inside. It could be a very legitimate view of the jury. No. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you now. Yeah.
All right. I somehow agree with Mr. Vivek Agnihotri with all his principles and whatever thoughts he has given, because if I connect myself as an actor, I've done like 20 movies and I've done some good films in the past, which still the doors were not open for me in this industry. I've done a good success film, Heropanti, where Tiger Shroff was launched. And I was kept out of the promotion. I didn't mind because that was a producer's call. But movie did huge success. Tiger became a good star. But none of the doors opened for me. I've done like literally good work in South India. Then eventually I had to be a producer. I have to be a producer. I was strong head man, as Vivek ji said, that not everybody can have that strong mind. I had that kind of mind. I thought, let me be a producer and create work for more people rather than, asking and licking ass, which I don't. I'm sorry for my language, but there is a lot of these kind of fake bro culture in Bollywood, which I would say. And about this, all the awards functions and all that, how he said that people tease each other, all the big stars, all the newcomers. This is so true. This is not right. This is somewhere in your subconscious mind to a newcomer, it demoralizes you. That is there in your head all the time. For Sushant Singh, I'm really sorry for that. Whatever happened, he was a fantastic actor. We used to work out a few times in gym. And this shouldn't have happened with him. But why he did, honestly, there must be few reasons. There must be some reason, some root cause to it. And definitely, if they say there's no big bushfire without a flame, so there should be some kind of chingari to hai. There is something.
Sajid, respond to both Vivek Agnihotri, who says it's all nepotism. Even jury awards are, fixed in a certain way.
I wouldn't be able to comment on awards because I've hosted quite a few award functions myself. I don't think we should take awards that seriously for the simple reason they're nothing but mere entertainment TV shows, and more or less they are divided.
No, but we are talking about Oscar selections from India. We are talking about Oscar selections from India. That's not serious.
But Navika, when was the last time we actually had a good Oscar selection? There have been so many films which have been made in the South also. They've not been selected for Oscars. And this is something which has been going on from many years. So we've always managed to end up making wrong decisions and sending wrong films for the Oscars, But that's again a question of opinions. Sometimes it does, I agree, that sometimes the jury also knows the particular filmmaker, so they play a little favorable role at that time to having a film selected to go for the Oscars. But then we have to also think for our country's point of view that is this the best film which is representing our nation? We have to think collectively and we have to send something in the nation's best interest.
Sajid, my question to you is simply, if the jury members happen to know a certain filmmaker whose film is put before the jury, isn't there something called recusing because there is a conflict of interest? Does that happen in Bollywood?
I wouldn't be able to comment on that, Navika, because I don't think I'll ever make a film which will ever get sent to the Oscars. Two, I don't think I will ever be a particular part of a jury which will select movies for the Oscars. So I think it's between the jury members and the filmmakers.
Now, that's what I call extremely bach ke nikal jana. Patli gali se nikal rahe ho aap, Sajid Khan. Today, you're known to be frank and you're known to be somebody who calls a spade. But Suhail said, let me get you in. Suhail said, conflict of interest, things like that probably don't happen in Bollywood. But do you think Bollywood is different from other professions? Because success is not guaranteed to everyone in every profession. Is Bollywood different from other professions, Suhail?
I think what Vivek said in his opening remarks and what Kangana said in her video is ample proof that if you're good, you will be successful. Let's, embark on this discussion from a logical perspective. What happened to Sushant and what made him take the steps he did is tragic, to say the least. You and I will never know. Whether it is nepotism, Bollywood, you and I will never know why he took the steps that he took. Was he a formidable actor? The answer is yes. Did he make a mark for himself in the industry? The answer is yes. Was Shah Rukh Khan from any pedigree before he joined the industry? The answer is no. He joined the industry, he made a mark for himself. There are innumerable instances, the Nawazuddins, the Irfans. Irfan I had the privilege and the honor of working with. I was selected by Zoya Akhtar for Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. I have no parent that I know of who's in Bollywood. So, to tar everyone with the same brush and to say that the entire film industry is about nepotism, I think is stretching the logic a bit far. To come to Vivek's second point about jury and awards, most awards across the world have now become figments of people's imagination and people's favoritism. That's a known fact. Please remember, one of India's biggest Bollywood filmmakers said this about Satyajit Ray, unarguably one of our finest filmmakers, saying he uses poverty to market his films. That was a reprehensible comment made about easily the greatest filmmaker that India has seen, Satyajit Ray. Has Bollywood seen success of outsiders? Yes. Kangana is herself an example of that. Has Bollywood also seen failures of people who come from pedigree families? The answer is yes. Tushar Kapoor, poor chap. I mean, I have no issues with him. But a Tushar Kapoor couldn't make it to the extent that perhaps his family would have wanted to, or if you believe that family was all that mattered. I mean, you've had eminent families, their sons, Kumar Gaurav, brilliant actor.
So then Sushant Singh Rajput, as many are stating in their posts, in their messages, you know, Kangana herself, who you say is an outsider who's done well, has called this planned murder. Why is she calling it planned murder? Obviously, she's gone through something that she sees here.
No, that's a question that you must ask Kangana. But what you must also respect Kangana for and actually accept what she's saying is that she has the courage to say it. The fact is that many people in this industry have been outsiders who have made it and are now well entrenched in the industry. It's also a fact that many people whose families are from the industry have fallen by the wayside. I think ultimately a producer wants to make a film that either does well, you know, academically or creatively, or makes money. No one is going to put good money behind bad acting or a bad star. So I think
Samir Soni, is it about quality really all the time, or are there cases where connections do matter? You're part of the big league, you get more opportunities than the outsiders. You're not part of the big league, you could fall by the wayside. How does it work?
Okay, you gotta give me some time because they've discussed so many things. My echo, can you turn down the echo,
okay,
please?
Sort out the echo, Nizam bhai.
Thank you. Okay, I don't know the reason why Sushant found himself in the situation he was, that he took a drastic step like he did, okay? I can't comment on that. I don't know what it is. It's tragic, of course. As far as this whole dialogue between outsiders and insiders, with Kangana adding onto it saying they and us and they and us, I'm as much an outsider you'll ever be. I'm not from Bombay. I've never been to Bombay until I joined the films or television. I don't even have a friend when I came here in acting, all right? And I've been around for 20 years, all right? So I don't feel in that sense. The fact is, it's a business. Nothing succeeds like success. Having said that, is it easier for some? Of course. That goes in any business, any industry. But to blame everyone, that a certain group of people for something you're suffering is not right. I mean, I don't know what Kangana is really saying. What is the point she's trying to make? I'm an outsider. I know it'll be easy for some people. You know what people are talking about, Sushant? You know, there are millions of people who die or spend all their life to get one scene in a film. Sushant is a success story. He was a big star on television. In films, he's done big films. I mean, I don't even know how can you even judge that. But there are people who don't even get that chance. So if there was this clique out there, Sushant would not have made it so far. He went really far and did really good. Why he took his life, I don't know. But if there is this demon clique people who are drinking together and conspiring against Kangana and everybody else, he wouldn't have survived so long. He did. Akshay Kumar, Shah Rukh Khan.
But then he also hung himself. He also hung himself, so something was quite not right. Something was not working for him, and Vivek Agnihotri.
Like I said, but no, look. I don't know the reason. I don't know the reason why Kangana is upset. I don't know the reason why he hung himself, all right? But to blame somebody else for your ailments or whatever the issues are without any evidence is not fair. It's very easy for me to say, you know, these people are all against me. What are you talking about? I mean, you talk about nepotism. Hey, if I'm making a film, okay, I'm putting my money. I'm going to put my money in my own child if I can. And if it doesn't work, then you get somebody else. It's as long as it's a private enterprise. Why is nepotism an issue to anyone? I mean, for Christ's sake, in political arena, you have nepotism. That's wrong because that's a public platform. As far as a private concern is concerned, how you spend your money is your call. And like very correctly, somebody said earlier, there have been actors who's come from a filmy family and they never made it. They never made it.
Come on, Navika, so, I can correct this statement a little bit. I can just...
All right, Vivek. Vivek Agnihotri wants to come in. Yes, Vivek Agnihotri, they say that even some star kids don't make it. So what's the big deal?
I'll come to that, yeah. What Sameer is saying is fine if it's your money and you decide to put it on mediocrity. Absolutely your choice. And that's exactly what people do. And this is how you neutralize mediocrity. The thing is that star names which Mr. Seth took, they were given 20, 30 chances. They have hundreds of crores spent on grooming them. If they were so untalented and so incompetent, then one can't help it. But one Kangana does one film, you go after her, you buy the entire media because entertainment media, every column centimeter is bought these days, and you try to run her down and you call her flop, 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 flop. I make a film, you just go after flop, flop, flop. I mean, what are you trying to do? You ridicule people, you run bitching clubs, and Sameer may be living in a different kind of Bollywood. I come from a small town. You speak Hindi, they make fun of you. If you're not well-dressed, they don't, you don't belong here. So Vivek, don't give me all this kind of elitist Vivek, kind of thing.
Do not.
Let me finish. You buy all the media. You have the power. It's a surrender. It's 100%. If you do not surrender, they try to finish you. Some people survive like Kamina and me. Some people don't survive. About? Some people hang themselves. It's as good as that.
Who's they? Name them. Name them. Who's they?
No, I want to know.
I want to
name them. Name them, Vivek. If you know, then name them.
Don't shoot. You don't shoot and shoot.
I'm telling you. Okay, let me give you.
Them. Yeah.
Listen, I told you I am not one of those who doesn't name. I am telling you this year's Oscar, the award was given by the godmother of the kid. And for me, we borrow money from somewhere. We sacrifice everything, put our houses on mortgage. If I was a weak person, I could have been depressed. This is how it works. All the award functions, you call somebody like Sushant on stage and make fun of him. All the big stars, I'm telling you, if you don't surrender, you are not cast. Look at the leaders of the industry, the most powerful people, huge, big production houses, don't put even one penny on research and development, and they are just grooming big star kids. And they put their faces on Bombay Times, Hindustan Times, front pages.
Why are they doing that?
That is how
Why are they doing that?
Giving them frequency and visibility. They are doing it because it suits them. Because other people are not surrendering to them. You have to surrender. This is a game of surrender.
No, all right. Sameer Soni, Vivek Agnihotri says that, they do all of this because they have a business to run and they sometimes sell them so well, the marketing is so good, and they do it for those who they want to do it for. They don't do it for anybody, from the outside as much as they would do for these guys. And the other fact that he makes, agar aap Hindi nahi bolte ho, if you are not wearing designer clothes, if you are not, if you don't have the etiquette of being at these rave parties that are thrown, then you're out.
देखिए अभी हिंदी इंग्लिश की बात नाविका हम ना ही करें तो अच्छा है, क्योंकि ये सिर्फ बॉलीवुड में नहीं होता है। और अब बॉलीवुड में भी नवाजुद्दीन सिद्दीकी जो एक छोटे शहर से हैं, काफी बड़े स्टार बन चुके हैं।
अरे नवाज
तो हिंदी इंग्लिश की कहानी है। आप नवाज हिंदी अरे रुक जाओ यार, एक सेकंड रुक जाओ। तो हिंदी अंग्रेजी की बात ना करें तो अच्छा ही है। ये पूरे हिंदुस्तान की प्रॉब्लम है, मैं मानता हूं इसको। तो ये हमारी इंडस्ट्री की प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, ठीक है। और जहां तक है कि ये लोग might come in English because it's an English show, that if they put money on these people, if a production house is going to invest 20 crores in a film, they want to make sure whoever is the hero, heroine is promoted to the hill so they recover their cost. It's a simple thing. If I'm going to spend so much of money, I will hype them up. I won't say, yaar, wo Star Son ko hype kar raha hai. The Star Son's got about 20 crores riding on him. He get 1 chance, 2 chance, 3 chances. He doesn't work. He's out. So of course they will do it. Who wouldn't do it?
Well, Sajid, I want to ask you. Sajid, I want to ask you. You must have gone to many of these parties. The fact that Vivek Agnihotri says that you're treated like an outsider, you are, treated as somebody who doesn't belong here because you speak in a certain colloquial language. Isn't that true of Bollywood?
First of all, let me tell you that I am not an insider. I don't drink. I don't go to parties. I don't attend award functions. I'm never seen at any of these dudes. I'm an extremely reclusive person. The truth being that I agree with all your panelists. Everybody has a point and everybody has an opinion. And we have to respect everyone's opinion. What Kangana said, she's right from her point of view. What Vivek is saying, he's right from his point of view. What you are saying, you're right from your point of view. But how can you can't just bifurcate Bollywood and say that Bollywood is like this. No, there are many different people in Bollywood, many different people who think differently, many different people who work differently. So I don't think it's fair to just club Bollywood and say Bollywood is filled with nepotism. Eventually the audience decides. It is the audience who decides. The truth is, today it is more difficult for a star son to make it big with the audiences than a ranked newcomer. That is why ranked newcomers are getting so many chances on OTT, TV shows, films, smaller, more quality films are being made. But the truth is the pressure is always on star kids to make it big, because one flop and they will never be able to succeed again, and that's a fact. That's a fact.
So Ranja Vikram say, it's true, all star kids are not successful.
Well, it's there, definitely, and as Samir said that they are risking their own money. It's their money, they can do whatever. Samir, I would love to tell you one thing. I produced movies too myself recently. I did success. I took newcomers. I could have thought about taking some star son or somebody, okay boss, my money will be safe. No, I wanted to give chance because you've been a successful actor. I'm in the same shoes. As star kids, you're saying that they're going to get... See, nepotism, I'll tell you about nepotism very quickly something. It is there, it is not there. Now, how this works, if you're successful, really doing very well, outsider, there still has to be some kind of welcoming, in some attitude in you to bend down if you're outsider. You have to bend down, you have to lick the ass. I've seen that, I've gone through and I've backed out because I cannot do that.
I don't know what that tastes like, or I've never done that. I am completely anti-establishment. I am completely anti-establishment, but I will not complain about it. I have my strengths and I have my weaknesses.
It's all about...
you don't, honestly, I've heard this a zillion times, oh, you have to kiss up to people. You know what? It's simple. I have produced a film. I have directed a film, okay?
Right.
I will work with people I am comfortable with. It's not a question of that he should lick ass.
How can... Okay, Samir...
No, but Samir Soni, on this I want to ask you a question. Let's talk about a few suicides that have happened. Jia Khan, she wasn't a star kid. Star kids, I wish them long life. But star kids are not driven to suicide. Some of these outsiders are. Jia Khan, Sushant Singh Rajput, also talk about the earlier years, depressions and things like that. And many people are now coming out and saying, oh, we saw this coming. I want to ask you, if so many people saw it coming, what did they do about it?
Okay, I don't know who saw it coming and what they didn't do, but as far as depression is concerned and suicide is concerned, it doesn't discriminate whether you're an outsider or an insider. It's an individual thing. So let's be clear about that. Now, people who say they knew it, I don't know. I can't say anything about that.
Not you, if you don't surrender.
Navika, I think
it's very... You don't surrender to them. You are made to feel so small and worthless. They go to any extent to make you feel so bad. Now Sajid has made so many films. I don't know, but then let's not get into that. It's a shady scene. It's an underbelly like any other profession.
No,
Navika,
let's keep personal comments.
Navika.
Okay, Navika, can I share an experience with you?
Just after Suhail's making a point.
See, I think if you hear everyone and hear what they've had to say, and as Mr. Ranja said, he says, look, he chose not to follow the path of, subjecting himself to humiliation or, subjugating. The reality is every profession allows in a form or the other nepotism to creep in by you're the first past the door. But eventually you have to work in order to get where you want to go. Yes, Vivek is right. If you're a star kid, you'll get promoted more, they'll spend more money, but that's because they have that money to spend. And why should the person not promote his or her child? My objection, however, and this is a serious objection, is if there is a calculated, pernicious move to ostracize people who people feel threatened with or threatened about, that to my mind is a worrying sign for any industry, whether it is Bollywood, Tollywood or whatever. And until you have proof of that.
But that's true. That's true of page 3 society parties anywhere, Suhail. If you're not wearing a designer dress, it's not only about Bollywood. If you're not wearing a designer outfit, if you're not glittering with diamonds, then you don't belong.
Is hammam mein to fir sab nange hai na? The media is also going out of their way to support people that they believe that they should support. How much of media attention is given to rank outsiders by that logic? So I'm saying this is an endless debate if it is not viewed through the prism of
that's brilliant.
logic.
Shoot the messenger always, but the point is media makes them, media destroys them, media has to be blamed for everything. Sameer Soni.
Said it.
Okay.
Suhail, you had your say. The point is, there are lots of factors at play, and we cannot attribute one factor alone.
Let me
to say
break
that
this
this
down
is what
to
caused
people.
The anguish.
You want to know the secret of the Bollywood? What's a dark secret? I'll tell you what it is. It's all about economics. Can you make money for them? If you can't, you're out. They don't care. Oh, you're my brother. No. Even the father, his own son gives him a flop. The next film he'll say, "Yaar, kisi aur ko le lete hain. Ye to flop karwayega mere ko." And there are cases like that.
Oh, come on.
It's pure economics, and it is business like that. If tomorrow a stranger can make money for you, you will cast him and not your son. Number one. Number two, an example I will tell you. People are saying about Hindi and English. When I first came to India, to Bombay, to be an actor, I met Mr. Shekhar Kapoor, and I have no problem taking his name. And I said, "Sir, I've come from US and I want to be an actor." And his words were pretty much, "Sameer, don't waste your time, go back. You can't even speak Hindi properly. You're too English, too Western." That didn't make me lick his ass. That motivated me more to prove him wrong. And after 20 years, I can say, I'm around. That's how you take it.
Vivek Agnihotri. It cuts both ways. Today, Mr. Shekhar Kapoor has written about Sushant Singh Rajput as well. Sameer Soni has a different experience.
I know, he told me, "Let's go back, you're wasting your life."
But Shekhar has written is so true in case of Sushant. Yes, he was isolated by everybody. You see, there's so many clips available. In all these Karan Johar shows and Coffee with Karan and all, they were ridiculing him, calling him flop, calling him a TV actor. Some actors were saying, "Oh, who Sushant? We don't even know him." How is that possible? In film award shows, the clips are there. He was called on stage. Everybody is ridiculing him, make it fun. All the big stars. Oh, come on. Everybody knows it. I mean, why? I don't know what Sameer's experience is. I've also spent some 20 hard struggling years here. How is it possible? My movie. Let me speak, Sameer. Let me speak. How is it possible? It is true. Look at the campaigns they run against Kangana. And Kangana, because it doesn't work for them. Shekhar against them. They start running a campaign against him. The problem is you can't speak a word against them because all these people are part of the same flop. Come on, Sameer, I have seen a lot of world. Sameer, I know how to survive. So I'm telling you honestly, I have nothing to lose from this industry. I resigned from Bollywood, so I can say you have not. You have stakes in it, so you can't.
Kangana feels the way she does. Sajid Khan, let me ask you, Kangana has come out today because probably she's speaking from personal experience of what she went through, you know, in the campaign, smear campaign that went on about her when she was pitted against a superstar. Now, nobody knows, you know, in these things who's right, who's wrong, but the fact is there is an underdog and there is an established actor with backing. You know, it happens all the time.
I agree with you and I disagree with you also. I agree with whatever you're saying. I agree with what Kangana is also saying and I disagree with also what she's saying. I disagree with all our panelists over here and I agree with all our panelists over here. The truth is, it is opinions, individual opinions. Everybody has a right to make an opinion, but we cannot take one person or two persons' opinion and say that that's the collective opinion of the Hindi film industry. The truth being said, we talk about isolation. The whole world is in isolation since the last 3 months. I've been in isolation last 2 years. My name got snatched away from my film, which I worked very hard for 2 years. I shot 55 days. The film ended up doing 200 crores at the box office. It is the #1 ranked film on satellite in the last 20 years. That's how huge it is. And my name wasn't there on the film. I was not invited to the publicity. I was not invited to any of the launches. But I've not forgotten how to smile. I did not start drinking. I did not move my life towards drugs. Of course, I was depressed, but I dealt with my depressions. The truth is, depressions are a very strong part of not just Bollywood, but of every industry, including the media industry. Believe me when I'm saying this. So we have to learn to cope with it. We have to be cheerful. We have to be happy, and we have to look forward to working the next day, or perhaps the next month, or perhaps the next year. But the moment we let our spirits down and we make that one mistake, we end up losing our lives. That poor little boy, Sushant. He had such a lovely life ahead of him. I don't know why he took that step.
Vivek Agnihotri, challenges are there in every profession. It happens. I mean, bad things happen to people. You've got to deal with it. You've got to be strong. You made the point that, you know, maybe he wasn't strong enough. But the fact is, friends around him or he himself or people who he knew, you know, somebody could have helped him cope with all of this, because this happens to many people. Or does there, you know, lie some truth that people don't know, that it was something else that pushed Sushant Singh Rajput to the end that he finally took the decision on?
Navika, what Sajid said is a very mature view. In fact, I also propagate a lot of positivity and I ask people to be very tough. I mentor a lot of young, small town, disadvantaged people, but everybody is not tough. When you run such a vicious campaigns against people in a very organized manner, where you pump in a lot of money to destroy them, there is only one thing
Are you saying somebody pumped in money to destroy Sushant Singh Rajput?
It happens in this game. There are hundreds of Kanganas, there are hundreds of Vivek Agnihotris who can't even speak. You don't even know about them. Their name is, they are just a statistic. But it happens with so many people who go through such mental torture. Yes, it happens. If you do not surrender, it's a game of power. If you do not surrender to them, then if they want you to surrender, if they are not interested, if you are nobody, then nobody cares about you. But if they want you to surrender, at some point of time, even all those so-called rebellious filmmakers, rebellious people have also surrendered. They start towing the line. You make them like a god. Once they are god, it's like politics. You know, you make them feel like God. If you're not doing that, you are finished. You are a nobody. Here, the only thing is...
So how did Shah Rukh Khan succeed? He's also an outsider.
See, being an outsider does not... You cannot be a privileged kid, come here and with lots of connections and be an outsider. It's very... Somebody coming from Delhi is not an outsider. You're an outsider when you are not like one of them and you don't succumb to mediocrity. You know, so it's like any other profession, but here it runs in a very vicious way. You ask people, sometimes don't call us, the known people, call people who nobody knows, call some actors who have worked and who are nowhere, get the reality check. It's very important to do that. Otherwise, in this lockdown period, in the next 6 months or 1 year, you are going to hear lots of sad stories.
Well, God forbid, hope not, but Suhail Seth wants to come in. Suhail Seth, you know, why is Delhi now, you know, Shah Rukh Khan coming from Delhi not fall into the outsider category? He didn't have any connection.
I have not understood Vivek Agnihotri's demographic choices. I understand the difference between an outsider and an insider, but now we can't grade cities. So if you're from Lucknow, you're an outsider, but if you're from Delhi, you're an insider. If you're from Calcutta, you're slightly outside. And if you're from Meerut, you're completely outside. I think it's
about being elite and non-elite, you know.
The point I'm making is Nawazuddin, Irfan, Shah Rukh Khan, and there's a litany. There have been many, Akshay Kumar. There are people who've come into the industry with no lineage, with no pedigree. And the point I'm making is, let's respect the fact.
John Abraham, Ranveer Singh.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Respect the fact that Bollywood is a film and therefore a creative industry. Bollywood cannot have survived all these years and produced such wonderful films and given India such glorious talent if the only thing that worked for Bollywood was nepotism. The fact that Vivek Agnihotri made the films that he talked about, the fact that Mr. Ranja talked about his story so eloquently, the fact that Sameer Soni is saying he came back and he has been here for 20 years, to my mind is a testimony to the embracing power of Bollywood and the staying power that people have. To then attribute everything of one nature to the tragic demise of a formidable young man is equally unfair. So I think let's respect the soul and the spirit of Sushant Singh Rajput and actually understand what went wrong and what can be corrected in the industry. And as Vivek said, there are people who are in pole positions, in positions of leadership. There's the media. There are so many organizations that can perhaps shine that a light on what ails Bollywood or what doesn't ail Bollywood.
Sameer Soni wants to come in. Sameer Soni.
Yeah, no, I was saying I appreciate what Suhail said. I totally agree with him. I don't know. I think what Kangana, the statement she's made does not help the cause by creating this demon that there is them and us. It's not that. You know, if tomorrow I was to make a film and I have 10 crores to spend, I won't cast myself because I know I will not make the money. So let's not talk about nepotism and I want this and I want that. Look, some people have an advantage fair and square. But there is no one group of people who's exploiting and conspiring against these outsiders. There are no demons out here. It will not be easy. You got to work hard. You have to work hard, and that's the way it has to be. And yes, it is a difficult business. Mental health is an issue, and people should seek out help. But please, let's not demonize people by shooting your mouth off like that. I think that's extremely irresponsible. We might get very gutsy.
Ranja Vikram Singh, is it really fair? Is it really no demons, no ghosts inside? Is it the same?
Definitely, I agree here with Sameer here that there's no such group of people who are there to hound on you, or who wanna like the group sitting to slaughter you or any outside, nothing like that. But again, I'm telling you, as we were discussing, I want to tell Mr. Seth, as he said about Akshay Kumar or Shah Rukh Khan, you know, 20, 25 years ago, they all talented, good-looking heroes. They did it by hard work. Industry was growing and transforming a lot. This all drama, what is happening, what we're discussing about, had started.
Okay, so it's the economic situation. Vivek Agnihotri, it's not really about the A-listers, it's not about the blue-bloodedness, it's about the economic situation, it's about the success formula that's become so much more, what can you say, so much more unpredictable now. Is that it? Is it taking its toll?
I absolutely do not agree with this. I've seen it very closely. Some very big star has told me, one of the big stars had told me once that I'll finish you, you can't survive in this industry. That day I mentally resigned from this Bollywood. Sameer is part of the elite group, so he can defend them as much as they want. I am not. I understand exactly how it works. It's a whole game of power. If you surrender to these big people who are suddenly finished, it's a very tough fight. They make it impossible for you to survive. They have a way to destroy you. Whether people say it or not, for whatever reason, I don't care. But this is the fact which I've witnessed, and I can produce at least 10,000 of people like this who will say the same thing.
Well, whatever you say, there is an underbelly that has been exposed with the demise of Sushant Singh Rajput. Is it about the problems, the economy, the profit margins, the way the commercial success is defined? Is it about the unpredictability in recent times that is taking its toll? Or is it about the big stranglehold of the big ones on the rank outsiders? Well, Sushant Singh Rajput's case makes us sit back and think about it. And I think it's time for introspection for everybody in Bollywood and outside it. Thanking all my panelists for joining me on this big debate on who let Sushant down. Let me just sign off with this last post of Sushant Singh Rajput with his mother. He lost her in 2002. In 2020, he's one with her. But was this the right thing to do? Was this his time to go? Is a question that will always haunt his family.